It is always fascinating as a 5D mystic to notice the themes, although it's a little bit different than when I'm hearing 4D mystics channel guidance and support, whether it's through tarot or any other means, because we have different types of content when it comes to the lovely mystic community and different ways of thinking about things. In fact, some of us move beyond spirituality and spiritual stuff completely and integrate those lovely human elements. And on that note, the differences are minimal if you ask a functional adult, because the Enlightenment Soul Age Group functional adult is a person who integration of the brain, and so left and right mode. And so we do know what are implicit biases or implicit charges, memories, so whatever feelings, come up. And that's why when we do review lovely content from lovely educators, whether they are 4D educators or 5D, and the 5D brings people together. They unite like the integrated brain. And so they are both mentally mature and masters, emotionally mature and masters. And so they can understand, experience, and perceive mysticism. Understand, because the left mode of our brain is the chit chatter that breaks things down and wants to intellectually understand them. Perceive, experience, because our right mode is non-verbal, and all that comes up from our lovely body, which is essentially that lovely divine feminine, at least I equate it that way. And our mind is our divine masculine. And then as for left, masculine, and right, feminine. So you don't even need, in fact, a twin flame to be activated. However, there are the twin flame and twin flames for some of us activations. It's not activation though in the way the 4D mystics talk about it, because they give you sagas and they break it down with rules. Rule books are for children. And that's why adaptive children have their magic wands of whoever it is that spells out the data that agrees with where their left mode, and that's actually straightforward, wants to go. They will say, see, my study said so. This is this recent interview that I was watching. And the same thing goes for all sides of a coin. When, on the other hand, they present studies of the opposite of what they believe, these individuals don't budge at all. And that's not surprising, because they just got bad news. What you believe in is not true. And lo and behold, the 3-year-old of every person comes up. And apparently nobody knows how to actually understand that. How smart are you again? I really don't know. When I hear people use the word and then they give me, but my study proved it, it's kind of like, well, studies prove and disprove. And we don't do it, though, in the way of the, flat earthers or the conspiracy theory people or the anyone who's exaggerating. So the grown-up land is equanimity land, because we don't exaggerate what we like and we don't exaggerate what we don't like. We also know when we have, it's called blinders for what we like or don't like. And we do say, hey, wait a minute, get off those blinders, because we will notice emotionally we're exaggerating. Like, we'll be told that if we don't notice it, in fact, it's a beautiful, let's see, we're going to get to some channel guidance in a minute, because we also have our full moon coming up. So on that note, this same study shows how intellectual people, I raise my hand, have a master's degree. So that technically makes me intellectual, but I don't regurgitate information. If you ask me what I learned in my college years, I will do a very bad F minus, or maybe I wouldn't on a test. But if you ask me to regurgitate, I will, I know, because I don't use my left mode. I use my feeling body. Yes, I'm one of those woo-woo pseudoscience stupid ladies is what it's called. But I'm not stupid. I just know that I have feelings, and so do you. I'm okay with admitting mine, but maybe others are not. And so, I don't do cognitive dissonance, and I don't do let me be ashamed of having emotions and let me lie that they don't. No, they affect every single person probably on the face of this planet. And then again, who knows? For all I know, it's not true. No, I do know it's true, because you're implicit. All the data is showing it, unless I wanted to be a flat earther. I don't want to be a flat earther. So neurobiology shows it, neuroscience. And I do know what data people to go and grab. And I don't have to create a breadcrumb of trails. They did it all. They're doing it. They're called academics. So intellectual people, they can manage to use any type of piece of data to wield information the way they want. That's why we have quantitative and qualitative. In fact, I got crap on wanting to do my research paper in a specific way. And I still remember thinking two things. I wonder what implicit bias did in this occasion on my grade. And we will leave that alone. So a person, though, who's a grown-up says, well, I did what I did. They did what they did. And you know what? You can always wish upon a star and know that if it doesn't come true, you can try again because, life continues. So intellectually, emotionally savvy people know how to have fun because we don't have sensitive egos, because we have actual, as I was saying, integration of the brain. So emotional, mental, intellect, there's, I think, 6 types of intelligences. And that's another, either neuroscientist or another researcher. But, again, as the study shows, if these researchers say what people want to hear, yeah. If they say what they don't want to hear, whatever. Silence, but no brain activity. Means they didn't think about it. Oh, that's right. In order for you to be a flexible, adaptive, coherent, energized, and stable brain, you have to be able to have bilateral communication. If, on the other hand, you choose to be stubborn and allow yourself not to notice that implicit memory, the implicit bias, I like and don't like, that's affecting my opinion. Yes, it is. So wait, let me move to the side my opinion with likes and dislikes and let me evaluate the data. But wait a minute, why do I want to evaluate it? Am I a functional adult who has no agenda to prove, and I'm just wanting to enjoy what is evaluation for infinite humanity? Well, some topics are a lot more important than others. Or do I want to evaluate to prove I'm right? Maybe I'll go the adaptive child route and think I'm a grown-up and I will prove I'm right, build a breadcrumb of trails that will be spit out at you at some point. And then when you begin to not agree with me and I won't like it after all the data I've thrown at you, I'm going to begin to make a self-expression and I'm going to add more, because part of it is I'm getting really into my 3-year-old energy and my 1-year-old's now freaking out because I'm not able to attach, meaning I'm not able to get you on my side. Now that's dangerous because my ancient silverback lifeline means, I'm out with the lions and bears. So the 0-1-year-old's freaking out, 3-year-old's pouting, and the teenager's, this is unfair. I don't trust grown-ups. No way in heck do I. I will show you. I now know what side you are on, and it's the wrong side. Let me make sure to vilify you, make you into my enemy. Then I will isolate, say that I'm right, pout like, again, a little kid, teenager, and go around to the other herd members and say, guess what happened? Guess what the studies say? We're right, they're wrong. And let's do it all over again. And there you go. So even though everybody wants to tease the flat earthers, I like to just say, let's not tease anyone, because really we can all do it. This is how we do it. So on that note, right now for my 5D mystics and my 5D functional adults, it is a beautiful time. As I was trying to get to, your light body is expanding as we speak. The individuals who are not meant to be in your highest timeline are no longer around. And this is human love narrative. So no, it's not because you were actually an arrogant, adaptive child who understands by regurgitating. No. You're present, you attune, and you resonate, and you trust because you're curious, open, aware, accepting, and loving, because that's what a flexible, adaptive, coherent, energized, and stable brain. Thank you, Daniel Siegel, for all the acronyms. And that's because left and right mode, all hands on deck. And when the machines do read how your brain works, it's a beautiful day for those who know the high social functioning areas of our human being mammalian heritage, which is every person's birthright. But to get here, you do need yoga to work your corpus callosum, prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and interconnected connectomes to integrate your brain. If you have had childhood trauma, this is very important to note. But remember, your body holds 80% of that memory. And when your left mode is going to be chit-chatting, if you don't know how to say, wow, I'm really upset, let me calm down for a minute. Okay, likes and dislikes, so good therapists help for that, or a person who actually chooses to be their higher social functioning. Basically, they inspire their human potential. It's called love because it's our ventral vagal nervous system, your social engagement system. When you can be your whole 3-year-old self, it's because you have no shame or defectiveness. So your lifeline, it's not cut. I'm beautiful with flaws and imperfections. I don't need to compare to you. But if I do, you don't like me, I'll accept that. And I'll say, I'm so sorry. I will leave now because you don't like me, like the studies and all that. But I know where I'm going to go. 5D educators, 5D mystics, Enlightenment functional adults, because we have fun exploring life and supporting life for the future. We want the future. So all the important things, please love each other, Be kind. We don't know what anybody has been through. Mwah.